Hello and welcome to today's video where we're going to cover the top support prospects across three of the four major regions. I don't have any North American players on this video as well. Had some criticism, well not criticism, but just questions why some players weren't on the 80 carry video yesterday, and I try and say this in each one, maybe I forgot. 21 and younger end up on this, and they have to have exceptional stats. I don't watch minor region players. I don't watch them, but I don't watch academy players either. So this is just stats, spitballing at players that we may want to make a note of to watch more closely in the upcoming season or split. Another thing, audio. I figured out that it's OBS or my microphone that's causing this problem. So if this video cuts out as well, please comment down below. I do have a way of looking to see actually, so I don't even know why I told you. I'm going to know if it cut out or not beforehand. I got to figure out why the microphone disconnected for a 3-4 second window a couple times in these videos. It shows it in the log file, but doesn't, I got to figure out why that's happening. So now that that's done, this says bot ADC, but it supports. Thumb from D+, 16 years old, replaced Bible after he went up to D+ Kia's main roster. Bible is now a streamer, which is a pseudo-retirement, which I find very odd. 29 games played for Thumb, 2.6 KDA, 70.3 KP, so he died a lot. He's a support. They die. And he's very young, so he's going to have to find opportunities. He's on a very good team, so that probably protected him. 122 damage per minute, which is a 3.2, which is lowest on the board. Vision score 3.27 per minute. On average, placed about 8 wards every 5 minutes. I'm trying to think of a good way to determine what's efficient ward usage. Could we argue if you can double your vision, if your vision score per minute is double wards placed per minute, maybe that's a bar. I'm wondering. Something to think about over the next month before next season. 0.43 control wards placed per minute, so about 2 control wards every 5 minutes. And then cleared actually 2 wards every 5 minutes. So efficiently clearing wards. We don't see that often, players clearing more wards than they put down. And at the same time, he's only 16 years old, played 7 champions. At the other end of the spectrum, we have Duro in CK playing for HLE. He's 21 years old. 55 games, 4.2 KDA, 70.8 KP, 124 damage per minute. You're going to notice that DPM number, it's significantly less than the LPL players. And that's because the LPL stats include all year, but at the same time, the LCK is a lot more passive. 333 vision score per minute, placed about 8.5 wards every 5 minutes, so more wards placed than Thumb. More control wards, about 1 every other minute, but still cleared under 2 every 5 minutes. So the control wards and wards in general were not as efficiently used by Duro as they were by Thumb. 11 champions played. In the LPL, we have Fahai. Fahai played with FPX. Do not know his age. He could be over 21, but he had good stats. Played alongside Jingyi. Jingyi just barely missed yesterday's video. His stats were not up to that standard. But regardless, 83 games played, 3.8 KDA, 73.8 KP, 174 damage per minute. We do not have the nice support stats from the LDL or LPL in general. But 16 champions played in 83 games, wide champion pool, which is being fostered by the Fearless Draft. Niket, 20 years old, from Top Esports Challenger roster. He has been on these videos in the past. He's one of the better LDL supports. He should be getting an opportunity soon. 110 games played, 4.3 KDA, 77.1 KP. Over 3 out of every 4 kills. We're comparing it to 70% here. 3 out of every 4 kills is a lot for a support. 171 damage per minute. 19 champions played in 110 games. Jan for OMG alongside Starry. Starry was in yesterday's video and has been a good 80 carry for some time. We do not have Jan's age, but 55 games played, 5 KDA, 78.6 KP. That's a lot of KP. That's a lot of ball comps. It's a lot of action occurring in the bot lane. which gives more credit to Starry, in my opinion. 141 damage per minute, so more supportive than the other two. 16 champions played in 55 games. That's a lot, right? We're looking at 16 and 83 versus 16 and 55. I mean, that's a big difference. In LEC, we have Reble. Reble, 21 years old, played with Supermassive, and majority of these games actually are KTCK stat. So they're actually better off. I probably should have put it in red and put him up there, but he ended his season in LEC or ERLs. So compare these stats to Thumb and Duro for a minute. 49 KDA, 72.6 KP, 187 damage per minute. That's better than all three of. Better in all three categories than the other two players from CK. He is out. KT let him go, and he is now in ERLs, and I'm surprised he's not getting an opportunity right away in LEC. I don't think it'll be long. I expect him to be in the LEC before the season's done if he keeps it up. 293 vision score per minute, 1.45 wards placed per minute, so placed about 7 wards every 5 minutes. About a control ward every other minute. Clears only 1 ward every 3 minutes, so the vision isn't as strong. 11 champions played in 38 games. Obstinatus. Rebels Gaming, 20 years old. 18 games played, 4.2 KDA, 76.2 KP, so 3 out of every 4 kills. He's very active. 172 damage per minute, over 3 vision score per minute. Placed about 8 wards every 5 minutes. 2 control wards every 5 minutes, and cleared 1 ward every 3 minutes. 8 champions played in 18 games. I believe he's been on my videos before as well. So another player that should be getting a longer look in ERLs by LEC teams. And then lastly, we have Mindmachek. I'm going to go with Mindmachek. Only 19 years old, played with Alliance Bank. Adi1 was another player that we had talked about in the Jungler video that it was also a teammate of his. 38 games played, 3 KDA, 68 3 KP, so these numbers aren't super strong. Only 2 out of every 3 kills versus 3 out of every 4, but also different play styles. 138 damage per minute, but the vision score is strong. 3.39 vision score per minute. Placed about, nearly 9 wards every 5 minutes, which is something that we should note. That if I end up implementing that threshold deal, that he wouldn't be on the video, but 19 years old, puts up solid numbers. 2 control wards every 5 minutes and clears 2 wards every 5 minutes. That's a big deal, I think. We look at that and say control ward versus, a lot of people are saying, control wards are a waste of gold. And if you're not clearing wards with it, I would say so. Obviously, you can sweep and things like that, but I just am trying to correlate these numbers, trying to find, an easy way to look at it, if you will, with stats. 9 champions in 38 games, so it doesn't have a champion ocean, but apparently was, I guess, on a solid team if he had another player, a teammate on these videos. But the support role is really hard to identify with when it comes to stats. There aren't a lot of stats to look at. And I think your support is more dependent on your AD carry than your AD carry on your support. When it comes to stats like this, damage, for instance, obviously it's the support is at the will of the team and the will of the meta. And when you watch the game, you see how supportive is the support. How active are they? Are they going on roams and trying to make things happen? Are they getting efficient vision? Are they invading enemy jungle when they have opportunities? Are they pushing lane? Are they aggressive? Are they pestering the opponent's bot lane? Things like that. That's sort of stuff that you can't see in this. And I acknowledge that 100%. So if there are players missing on here, eye test is important for supports because stats really don't mean jack shit when it comes to them. So that's it for this video. Thank you for watching. Remember, if the audio sucks, tell me down below. So thank you for watching. Tell me that. Join the Discord, become a YouTube member, follow me on Twitter, and I hope to see you again tomorrow.